Have you ever thought that what if we could go deep inside the ocean? Where is the deepest part of the ocean? And what if someone drops a nuke on the bottom of the ocean? We all have thought about the n number of possibilities. Today, we will learn what would happen if we dropped a giant nuke at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, what destruction it may cause, and how can one deliver it on the bottom of the Mariana Trench? Will humans survive this destruction? Will the destruction make the whole Earth cease to exist? In this video, we will discuss the number of possibilities for this underwater explosion. This is Explained Earth, so let's get on to it. Number 1. We have always heard about the secrets that the ocean holds. The dark and deepness of the ocean. The place we are talking about is the Mariana Trench, the most bottomless crack in the Earth's surface. A deep canyon of almost 7 miles or 11 kilometers deep, up to 3 miles or 5 kilometers wide, and filled with water from the Pacific Ocean. It is located in the western Pacific Ocean, just 360 kilometers from the island of Guam. It's a crescent-shaped island that measures 1554 miles in length and 44 miles wide. If we talk more about the depth before delivering a bomb to the bottom, the maximum known depth of the Mariana Trench is 36,204 feet. Mount Everest might fit here, 29,035 feet high above sea level, into the trench, and the peak will still be 1.3 miles underwater. If one wants to put a bomb just in the heart of the Mariana Trench, one must travel this deep or drop the bomb from above, which is not easy. But what if we detonate all nuclear weapons at once? Is that possible? If one is going to detonate all the nuclear weapons in the trench, they have to pick the best spot that could be the most significant nuclear explosion on the planet. Remember that the Mariana Trench, which forms the boundary between two massive tectonic plates and is the deepest and darkest spot on Earth, is a component of the Izu-Bon and Mariana subduction system. Pacific Plate and Philippine Sea Plate. We now know that the Philippine Sea Plate, which is being pushed to sink due to gravitational solid energy entering the mantle, is rapidly displaced by the old Pacific Plate. You may probably guess that the Mariana Arc frequently experiences moderate to significant earthquakes, magnitudes of 7 or above. Some powerful earthquakes occur at various depths, many deep within the ground. Number 2. If one plans to plant a nuke in the deep heart of the Mariana Trench, one will need all the nuclear weapons worldwide. That means one must gather all the nuclear weapons from every country, including Asian countries like China and Korea. We don't know how many nuclear weapons they have or who has the authority to provide such deadly weapons. But one thing we all know in this modern age is that today's nuke differs from the first. Nuclear weapons are getting deadlier as time has changed. The first nuclear weapon was detonated on the 6th of July 1945 in New Mexico, USA, which we know about. But modern war weapons are deadlier and more devastating with technology. A single nuclear mass destruction device could level an entire city. Right now, all around the world, there are 3,750 actual active nuclear weapons. Different world countries possess more than 13,500 nuclear weapons. Different nuclear weapons have different strengths. They can make deadly explosions that will ruin humanity for eternity. The explosive strength varies range of 0.3 kiloton to 1.2 megatons. Countries like the United Nations and Russia hold approximately 88% of the world's stockpiled nukes, using an average of 0.54 kilotons. But thanks to technology, current weapons of war are deadlier and more destructive. A single nuclear weapon has the power to destroy an entire city. There are currently 3,750 genuine operational nuclear weapons spread all around the globe. More than 13.5 thousand nuclear weapons are in the hands of various nations. Different nuclear bombs have varying levels of power. They are capable of producing deadly explosions that will threaten humanity forever. The range of the explosive's power is 0.3 kiloton to 1.2 megatons. Using an average of 0.54 kilotons, the United Nations and Russia have around 88% of the world's nuclear weapons stockpiles. These have a total power of 6,600 megatons, if our calculations are accurate. We could be faced with an explosive of 7,300 megatons if one factor in the additional 1260 nuclear bombs that other nations have. Imagine the damage it might cost worldwide if one detonates it from the Mariana Trench all at once. We can't imagine such a brutal explosion. To understand more about what may happen, we will now see what will happen if we combine the power of all the explosions of some of the most powerful nukes. Number 3. Everyone knows that the USSR TSAR bomber was the most potent nuclear weapon ever tested. The bomb is thought to have a 57 megaton explosive force, or 57 million tons of TNT. You may visualize the blast damage radius of this nuclear weapon being 5.1 miles if it were dropped on a city like New York to understand its strength better. Everything that gets in the way of the blast damage will be destroyed. The Mariana Trench's crack is too narrow for even a giant bomb to fit through because it could explode. Before moving ahead, just remember to follow our channel and press the bell icon so don't miss any exciting videos about all the fun facts from our channel. Number 4. Now imagine that the bomb is dropped into a deep-sea submersible made to face extreme pressure. This can be managed remotely. We might succeed in this situation, but the narrative doesn't end there because a bomb exploded at a depth of 3 to 5 miles and would travel 8 to 10 kilometers. The explosion won't be much different from a typical undersea nuclear test, but it will produce a 400-foot or 122-meter high wave that removes everything in its path. Intense flooding will occur in Japan, all of Southeast Asia, half of Australia, and eastern portions of China. Number 5. The Mariana Trench crack is situated at the intersection of the two tectonic plates, as was already established. When combined with the hydrostatic effect, shock waves from the blast provide a tremendous downward force precisely where one of the weak lithosphere sites in a mighty nuclear weapon is dropped at this location. Either the plates will swiftly converge or diverge, neither of which is good for humanity. Number 6. The energy of the base will travel at the speed of sound to the tectonic plate boundaries. A portion of the energy will be reflected up from the trench's bottom and released at the surface as a massive ultra-super wave. A gigantic magnitude 12 earthquake will then strike the entire ring of fire, causing higher than average mega-U-boat tsunamis to break out for the second time. A series of volcanic eruptions will begin when magma is released back at the explosion site, so that the terror won't end there. Expect unending acid rain on Earth once the volcanoes continue to erupt for a month. Number 7. The failure of this entire strategy will result in the extinction of numerous species, including humans. If this occurs, a bomb dropped near the Mariana Trench's base may blow a massive hole in the Earth's crust, igniting a fountain of magma that will bring about tsunamis and other natural calamities that have been discussed. The planet might also move slightly from its orbit, bringing us nearer to the Sun. The Sun may shift the planet farther away, in which case the Earth would freeze and people would be forced to feel a form of eternal winter, pushing all of humanity into another Venus. Another option is that the entire globe could be blasted off, in which case the Earth would cease to exist. Although the chances of something happening like this are none because the last time nuclear tests happened, massive destruction also happened. So there is no way of using all the nuclear powers at once that will cease the Earth from its existence. If you want to know more about our Earth and the universe surrounding it, subscribe to Explained Earth, and we will tell you all about it. Tune in next week to learn all about it.